ask for your blessing so that these wrestlers may compete to honor your greater glory. Protect them in their endeavors and grace them, Lord, in both victory and defeat, with the knowledge that you guide us all toward your heavenly glory. We ask this through Christ our Lord. Amen. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Let's wrestle.
All right, from the Gale and Tom Benson Arena on the campus of Jesuit High School in New Orleans, the Crescent City Sports and Crescent City Wrestling are proud to bring you the best in Louisiana high school wrestling. Today, our coverage for the 2025-2026 season begins with a dual match between two of the top programs in Division I as the St. Paul's Wolves cross the lake to take on the Jesuit Blue Jays.
The 106-pound weight class is sponsored by Calco Heating and Air Conditioning. Calco's is a family-owned and operated company. Calco's has serviced the greater New Orleans area since 1970. Call Johnny and Matt for all your AC needs or visit calcosinc.com.
All right, here at 106, we've got Jameson Ritchie from St. Paul's taking on Maddie Bennett from Jesuit.
And we're underway.
Both guys fighting to keep control of the middle here. Good wrist control from St. Paul's. Nice near go behind. Good defense there. Two kind of rangy guys here. We're going to see who can use their length better. Elbow control from St. Paul's.
This looks like a fun matchup.
Half shot there from Jesuit, nothing doing. Got a good right-sided underhook, fighting for head position here. St. Paul's looking to bundle up the arms. Jesuit needs to watch out for a throw here. Good defense. Another half shot. No penetration. Digging back for that right-hand underhook is Jesuit.
So Jameson Ritchie from St. Paul's is a ninth grader, and Maddie Bennett from Jesuit is a junior.
Jesuit in on a nice head inside single on the right-hand side there, fighting to get the finish. Getting stretched out here. Great sprawl from St. Paul's. Jesuit really needs to find an angle here. Keep circling hard to the right-hand side. Careful tripping there.
Defense.
Yep, great defense from St. Paul's. Nothing yet. Jesuit needs to keep hold of that leg. Great.
30 seconds left.
Head still stuffed. Great defense. Great little scramble here. Stalemate blown by the ref. Good call. Back to the center. No points. 0-0. 23 seconds left. Three-point stance from Jesuit. Nice little low single there. Got to be clean on the finish here. We know St. Paul's is scrambling, coming out the back door, looking for the far leg.
And
he's close to it. Three-point takedown. Well executed at the end of the period here for the Jesuit ninth grader, Maddie Bennett.
Junior. Yeah, Maddie Bennett holds a 3.8 GPA. Jameson Ritchie holding a 4.0 GPA.
Jameson Ritchie chooses down to start the second period. Good job stopping the first motion there from Bennett. He's got Ritchie broken down flat to his stomach. Looks like he's got a wrist control on Ritchie's left hand. He's fighting, looks like for a bar arm, potentially a Mason tilt. He lets go of the wrist. He's trying to scoop the bar. Gets it tucked behind here. Ritchie's getting deeper into the hole here. He needs to be careful. Needs to sink that right hip down. Try to get that wing back on the left side. Bennett looking for that inside wrist on the right-hand side. If he's able to secure that, it's going to be tough. Good defense by Richie there. Builds his base back up. He's fighting hands underneath here. Bennett's doing a good job covering the hips here. He's keeping that pressure forward, keeping Richie's head down on the mat. He still has that left side bar arm. Without control of the waist or the wrist, though, it's going to be tough to get a turn here. He's stuck in a parallel ride. Richie content to stay on his stomach for the time being. He knows that bar arm is dangerous. Good job winging down on the hip there, does Richie, to keep from getting taken over. Bennett coming over the top. Looks like he's going for a double bar arm here. This is dangerous. So Richie's got to sit up at exactly the right time or he's going to get taken over here. Bennett's got to be careful.
Resisting.
Careful he doesn't get called for potentially dangerous here with those bar arms coming up so high. Ref is right on top of it. Looks good right now. Great defense again from Richie. Stands up. Crackback position here for St. Paul's. He's close to getting a reversal. Bennett needs to keep his right arm sunk under that leg. Now he's in a guillotine. He's in deep danger here. Deep danger. Very crafty by St. Paul's, by Richie here. Nothing yet. No points.
What a round.
Wow.
Jesuit chooses bottom.
Jesuit chooses bottom. That was about as close to a reversal as you can get. I think with another couple seconds there, Jesuit would have been reversed there, potentially even put on their back. All right, Bennett set on bottom. Richie covering. Stops his first motion, does Richie.
Freshman looking for a wrist.
He's got that left side inside wrist there. His hips are a little bit high. He's trying to keep pressure on Bennett, but Bennett's trying to come out the back door here. Good job.
Back up to our feet.
Nice escape there from Bennett. Richie right back on him, though.
Richie
good
needs
motion.
A takedown.
Good motion. Bad shot there by Bennett. Richie trying to run around here. Bennett using that length to get his hands locked despite not getting much penetration on the shot. He's building his base back up. He's now found an angle. He needs to be careful of getting walked over here, though, as his shoulders are turned very steeply. Great sprawl again from Richie, and he's right back on him. Good fakes on the head there. Richie's controlling center. He's got Bennett kind of on his heels backing up. Richie is down 4-0. 1 minute left in the final period. Front headlock for Jesuit for Bennett. Bringing him down to the mat, or trying at least. Richie's left hand sweep single out of the front headlock. Very nicely done. He's in a low lift position. Trying to isolate the leg here. He's got it isolated. He's going to need to turn towards Jesuit's hips here. Take his time.
There's a takedown.
Great job. 3-point takedown for Richie.
30 seconds left.
30 seconds left. I think he's obligated to cut him here and look for another takedown. It looks like he's got the better gas tank at this point in the match. He's trying to ride Bennett. He's got a deep half, but he's not covering the hips.
And there's the cut.
There's the cut. 20 seconds left. 4, 5
the
to
shot's
3.
coming.
Bennett on his heels near the out of bounds. He's got a sprawl. Trying to eat up clock here. 10 seconds left. Wisely moves out of bound, does Richie.
And with 9 seconds left.
And Richie's got to smell.
This has been a great opening match.
Great opening match. He's got to smell blood in the water here. He looks like he's in better shape, at least at this point in the season. Bennett's got to get down in that stance and keep from getting a quick takedown. Good motion from Richie. He's shooting. Shooting. Oh, wow. Last second takedown from Richie.
Great first duel for that freshman.
Amen. So kind of a mental lapse there from Bennett. He takes a shot when he didn't need to and gets thrown by for the easy takedown at the end of the match as time expired. That was a great match to open with, guys.
Absolutely. And now we go to the 113 weight. The 113-pound weight class is sponsored by Favorites Promotional Products and Apparel and Brother Martin Wrestling Family, the Cassett Bands. For the last 40 years, Favorites built a reputation as a dependable supplier of promotional products. Visit favoritespromotionals.com.
All right, 2 juniors going at it here. Connor Ayala for St. Paul's and Niels Bennett, the brother of the 106-pounder for Jesuit here. These are twin brothers. Quick takedown for Ayala here. cuts him, and he's right back on it. Great motion. Nice little elbow shuck there from St. Paul's. Great lift and return. Man, he's coming out swinging here. Up 6-1, 20 seconds into the match.
Yeah, I can remember Ayala from back in the junior high days. He was an absolute dominant wrestler.
You can see the experience here. He's got the wrist on the left-hand side. He's trying to take him over for a tilt here. Nicely done, a little Mason tilt. Bennett's got to be careful. His shoulders don't stay flat on the mat there. It looks like we got 3 swipes. Ref is holding 3 points. Ayala takes him back over in a bar walk. He's going to be looking for a fall here. Bennett doing a good job not giving it up. Ref gives the 3. Right back to it with the bar arm walkover. Bennett's fighting off his back again.
Ayala taking his time. A little less than a minute left.
Runs him over in a half Nelson here. This is close. 40 seconds left. That's a long time to fight off your back here.
Bennett's still fighting.
Yep. He's giving it everything he can. Ayala slowly constricting there, slowly getting those shoulder blades flush to the mat. And there's the fall. 27 seconds remaining in the first period. Up 9-1. Ayala gets the fall. Very impressive showing there from the St. Paul's starter.
And that'll bring us to our 120-pound weight class, sponsored by the New Orleans Wrestling Club. NOWC is a developmental wrestling program with a goal of introducing the sport of wrestling in a fun and high-energy environment. For club information, reach out to New Orleans Wrestling Club at gmail.com.
All right, so we've got Gus Casco, can't read the handwriting there. He's a 10th grader from St. Paul's at 120. And then we've got Devereaux Delahousie from Jesuit, 9th grader.
Yes, Devereaux Delahousie of the Dupre clan. His family members who wrestled include Charles Cusimano, Arthur Dupre Jr., Jonathan Dupre, Matthew Dupre, Chris Dupre, Joseph Dupre, Tommy Delahousie, St. Paul's Conlon Enck, state champion a couple years ago, and Caleb Enck.
Nice shot there from St. Paul's, but runs right around it, does Delahousie. In kind of a Merkel throw-by position here. Each guy vying. This is kind of a 50-50 situation. Almost securing the takedown does St. Paul's. He's got to take him through. And flash takedown with the Merkel roll-through. Very nicely done there by the St. Paul's starter. And he's back to the bar arm. Looks like the Wolves have been working on their bar arm offense this offseason. They are hammers here. He takes Delahousie, trying to run him over, but then pulls him back the other way to get into a tilt situation. Delahousie in danger here. Needs to be careful he doesn't get pinned. Good job getting back to his belly. Right back to trying to walk it over is Casco. I'm going to go with Casco. I think that's a C.
Yeah, so underclassmen match here. Freshman Devereaux versus sophomore Gus.
The score of the duel right now is St. Paul's 6 with that pin, Jesuit 3 with the St. Paul's 9, Jesuit 0. Forgot about that last second takedown at 106. So that's 3 points for the decision victory and 6 points for the pin. 9-0 Wolves at this point in our third match, where they appear to have the upper hand here, up 7-0 at the end of the first period. Jesuit defers to St. Paul's the decision in the second period. St. Paul's takes the bottom man position. He'll get set here. Let's see what Delahousie's got on top. He looks to be a good bit smaller here than the St. Paul's starter. Good pressure, breaks him down to his belly. Running over the left wrist there, almost gets it sucked back, but St. Paul's does a good job getting his base back under him. He's fighting to keep that left wrist free. Good top pressure here from Delahousie. He's keeping that parallel ride, building to his feet. in a quad pod stand-up is St. Paul's. He's at his feet now trying to break the grip on the, there we go, on the waist there, gets a takedown. Ref also called a stalling there on Jesuit for not trying to return him quick enough. Delahousy's kind of coming up in his stance here, a little more upright than you'd like to see from the Jesuit coaching staff, I'd imagine. St. Paul's with some good fakes in motion. Left hand collar, right hand wrist. He's snapping, trying to get Delahousy moving around. Delahousy with a couple fakes of his own. He's got St. Paul's backed up to the edge. Trying to snap him down. St. Paul's circles. Oh, and a mental lapse there that doesn't cost him anything, but it very nearly did. Jesuit's headgear came down in front of their eyes, and they stood straight up and tried to fix the headgear without
Freshman
realizing.
mistake.
Yep. Been there, done that.
Yeah, Delahousy doesn't quite have that Dupre stout, but he definitely resembles a few of them.
Yep, that is true. They certainly have a body type to the Dupres. Nice fake and shot. Good penetration.
Needs 2 hands on that leg. Yep. There we go.
All right, he's got to find an angle here. This is a tough spot. He switches to the left leg of St. Paul's, but still not able to find the angle. St. Paul's kind of in a 3/4 Nelson on the front side there, cross-facing. Gets him back up. Had an easy reshot there, didn't take it, and we're back up to our feet. Yeah, Delahousy kind of asking for that one, standing straight up in his stance. Good, clean, high crotch finish from St. Paul's there. You can see the cardio kind of wearing on the freshman here, who again looks undersized. Man, and St. Paul's is vicious with these bar arms, man.
Yeah, great top work so far from
Great top work, agreed. Jesuit chooses neutral. Let's see what he's got for us. St. Paul's likes a left-hand collar here. Good snap down. Snaps Delahousy into the leg, but he's shallow. He's real shallow. He's having to carry all St. Paul's weight here.
Delahousy not giving up.
There he goes. He circles around, hooks the leg. Now, got to be careful here because if he gets hipped over, he can go straight to his back. He thinks better of it, squares up again, but he's close to giving up a takedown here.
Needs to get off his hip, off his stomach.
And gives up a takedown there. That is a 3-point takedown. It is 14-0 here with 1.5 minutes in the final period. We're very close to a technical fall here. One turn or a takedown and an escape and another takedown will do it. And Casco is right back on the bar arm walkover. He's got Delahousy in danger.
This might be it.
Referee doesn't call anything. I guess he was saying Delahousy was sitting up too much to be in danger. Jesuit will take that. 1 minute left. That left arm still sucked in tight. Casco rolls through for a Mason tilt. Good defense from Delahousy. He's really fighting to keep off, and he gives up a few swipes. So this is going to do it once St. Paul's lets him back to his belly. And there it is. 4-point near fall.
Excellent performance by Casco from St. Paul's.
Agreed. He looked like a hammer there. Delahousy had some good moments, some inexperience showing there. Maybe a little bit of the size difference, but overall a decent match. That gives St. Paul's 5 more points to the team score. That brings the score to 14-0 St. Paul's. As we head into 126 here.
The 126-pound weight class is sponsored by the Shields Family Smoothie Kings, located at Vets and Power, Vets in Clearview, and West Esplanade and Loyola. Go see Jason Shields and his team.
All right, 126. We have senior Liam Ritchie from St. Paul's. I believe he's the son of head coach Pat Ritchie.
He is.
Versus Julian Thibodeau, who's a 10th grader from Jesuit. Ritchie with the pretty easy first takedown here, right into a Mason roll series. Thibodeau gets back to his belly. No back swipes there. 3-0 St. Paul's. 30 seconds down in the first period. Thibodeau building a base here. He's trying to keep that head up off the mat and keep his elbows off the mat. Ritchie's staying real tight to the hips here. He's trying to suck in that left side wrist. Looks like he may have it trapped. Can't quite see from here, but regardless, he's keeping that forward pressure on the Jesuit sophomore, who's trying to fight elbows inside to peel Richie off of his wrist there. Richie's staying so tight, though, there's no space for him to do it.
Yep.
Another roll-through attempt.
Richie, the senior, definitely did not come here to learn.
He's in an elbow walkover position right here. Wisely rolled through to Jesuit. That was hairy for a second there. He's building up in a quad pod. Richie with a claw spiral on the right-hand side.
Thibodeau looking to come up.
Back to his feet again, hipping out, and he gets the escape. Good job there. Let's see what else Richie has in store on the feet here. Richie looks very comfortable. He's got a left-hand underhook here, head on the same side.
Oh, Thibodeau looking to score.
Snap and fake, but an easy whip over there.
And that is tight.
This is going to be close. 10 seconds left. Let's see if Thibodeau can fight off his back and not give up the fall in the first period. He does not. That is a fall for Jesuit, or for St. Paul's, over Jesuit in the first period.
19 St. Paul's to 0 Jesuit.
There we go. All right, 132 here.
And the 132-pound weight class is sponsored by Chad Ravanack and Alliance Insurance. Alliance is ready to save you money on all your insurance needs, including homeowners, flood, auto, boat, life, health, and benefits. Give Chad a call.
All right, two seniors here. Luke Jones versus Max Belsom. Max Belsom, I believe, a runner-up in the state last year.
That's right, and fourth year before that.
And Jones has some accolades himself. I want to say he's a state placer.
Yes, sixth, I think, last year.
There we go. So two experienced guys coming out here. Jones controlling center. He's got Belsom on the edge. Three-point stance there briefly for Jones. Belsom, lots of fakes, lots of motion here. Couple half-committed attacks from both guys. And they're scrapping in this hand fight here.
Yeah, both guys coming out with a lot of energy.
Belsom kind of likes that strong right foot lead. He switches to a left foot lead as I say that, of course. Little half shot again. Jones down in a three-point stance. Wrist control up to a Russian tie, a 2-on-1 for Jones on Belsom's right arm. Great tie for control and posture here, which he's doing quite well. Belsom over the top, hanging the head. Great idea there from Jones. He was trying to take the collar off and shoot. Gets pretty close to covering the hips on Belsom there, but Belsom wisely able to stay on his feet and square up again. No points, but he's kept on the edge again. Still 0-0. 30 seconds left in the first period. Jones gets back to center. Lets Belsom back in. Belsom, a couple good fakes. Jones very comfortable being in that three-point stance down on his leg. Another shot from Belsom. Stuffed by Jones. He comes up in a right-hand underhook. Head on the far side. That's the Iranian-style underhook there. Let's see if he can do anything with it. Down on the mat, kind of stalemate position here in the period, and 0-0. No points, but fun match so far.
Great round for both of those seniors. Luke Jones with a 4.36 GPA. Impressive.
Man.
Max Belsom with a 4.2.
Man.
Well-rounded individuals.
Got a couple of dummies on the mat here. Little sit out there from Jones, and he's got Belsom's leg. They're down in a crackback position here, crackdown position. Belsom's in a scoot. Jones doing a great job shelving Belsom's right leg across his hips. That makes it very hard for Belsom to get his hips out here. He's relying completely on that lock over the top to keep from getting reversed. He's got to be careful of Jones reaching back like he just did and catching his lats. He can be very easily put in danger here as long as that right leg is shelved. He needs to keep trying to scoot his hips out here. He's doing a good job keeping the weight forward on Jones's head and keeping him from coming all the way up with it. And it looks like he's going to be able to power through here and get that leg back. Nope, Jones has better idea. He starts splitting the legs even wider.
Back. Yeah, in a 0-0 match like this.
Jones tries to shelf the leg, his head under the leg, but it allows Belsom to
And
roll him through.
Jesuit secures some control again.
Kind of an odd scramble there, but it allows Belsom to come over on top with the leg trapped, and he's got a claw and a leg
Jesuit
trapped.
looking for near fall.
He's got to get those hips over if he wants to turn the shoulders. There we go. We've got swipes on top for Belsom.
And that'll be near fall for Jesuit.
All right, ref holding for near fall here, waiting for the position to change. Jones in a tough spot with his left leg trapped on Belsom's hips here.
Belsom not giving that leg back to him.
And the legs come out, but Belsom takes him back over here. It looks like in a half Nelson, maybe a claw, excuse me. Nothing doing, though. Back to basically the referee's position here. He's got an Oki ride or an ankle ride on the right-hand side there. So he's sitting on the right ankle of Jones. It's a great way to keep the bottom man anchored. Makes it tough for them to get up. And we're close to going out of bounds here. Belsom wisely kind of scoops up Jones and gets him out of bounds as Jones is able to get his feet there.
So 0-0 first period, 4 near fall from Jesuit in that second period.
2 seconds left in this period, so Jones has got to get a quick escape if he's going to get one.
Jesuit with choice in the third, right?
I believe so. All right, second period ends, 4-0 Jesuit. Max Belsom here. Very entertaining match so far.
Jesuit chooses bottom.
Yes, sir, the senior from Jesuit getting set on the bottom position right now. Jones will cover. Beats Belsom's first motion, but he keeps going back up to his feet here. Lift attempt from Jones. He gets a little lazy there, allows Belsom out. Belsom reshoots. No escape.
Yet.
Yeah, no escape given, but Belsom's in on the leg. Jones is in danger here. Very nearly giving up a takedown, or a reversal, I should say. All right, reversal given. Yep.
Jesuit.
6-0 the score now.
So if you're Jesuit here, if you're Belsom here,
you got to push for bonus.
You got to start looking for that major.
Yeah, you got to push for bonus.
And you got
here.
time. You have 1:30 to get those other 2 points.
Belsom with heavy forward pressure. Inside stand-up attempt from Jones here. He's up to a quad pod now. Belsom staying tight on his hips. He tries to hit a switch but goes back down to his belly as Belsom is able to circle around.
Coach Aurelian telling Belsom to keep riding.
And Jones is kind of reaching back and grabbing Belsom's right leg here. And we get an escape there. He's able to turn out, kind of shove the hips of Belsom over the top of him.
A takedown here for Belsom would secure the major.
Yes, indeed. It is 6-1 here, 40 seconds to work. A half shot from Jones. He's back down in that three-point stance, which he tends to favor. Belsom back on the edge. Lots of stance changes from Belsom. He doesn't look very tired to me. Another half
Jones
shot.
not slowing down. And we're here on the edge.
This is neither guy really wants to be in this position. There we go. They blow it dead back to the center.
So 16 seconds left.
Jones will need a 5-point move or a fall. Belsom ideally is looking for a takedown. He tries a little misdirection there. Right into his shot. Jones is ready for it, though. Scoops him back up with underhooks. Nice.
Ooh, and
very
that will
nice.
be it. Jesuit with the major.
Takedown for Belsom there with a sweep dump to the right-hand side as time expired. He will win 9-1. That's a major decision and 4 points for the Blue Jays.
That was a fun match.
Yes, indeed. The Blue Jays are on the board now. I believe the score is 19-4. St. Paul is still with a healthy lead. And now we're at 138.
The 138-pound weight class is sponsored by Melba's Restaurants, with 2 locations in New Orleans. Known for its delicious southern cuisine and warm hospitality, Melba's offers a cozy and inviting atmosphere for diners to enjoy a meal with family and friends.
All right, we've got Mark Lemaire, a 10th grader from St. Paul's here, versus Brady Hunter, a senior from Jesuit. Hunter with a nice slide-by takedown here early in the first period, and that's kind of the way that Brady wrestles here. He's kind of a funky guy, atypical stance, atypical style. He's trying to run a 3-quarter Nelson on the top with the legs in here. He's getting close to getting Lemaire past that 90-degree mark and getting some swipes here.
Yeah, no waste of time from Hunter going for that near fall.
And he's got Lemaire in deep danger here. If he unhooks his legs here and just comes out to the side to get perpendicular, I think he could be looking at a fall instead of just swipes, and he does. Lemaire tries to roll through but ends up making it tighter. Great fight off his back, though. He's able to get back to his belly. That's 4 near fall for Jesuit. 7-0, 1 minute remaining in the first period here. Hunter on a left-hand wrist right. He's putting that left-sided boot, that left-sided leg in. He's trying at least. He takes it back out, thinks better of it. He's got the wrist across. Lemaire fighting his right elbow in, trying to break the grip on the wrist there so that he can try to come up. Good job, Hunter, getting him back down to his belly. He's looking for a right side bar arm, which he does have now. Now he's looking to trap the left side. Loses the right side in the process, though. Now he's got a left side bar arm.
30 seconds to go in this first period.
And we're kind of swapping bar arms.
Hunter
He's got double bar arm step over here for Hunter. This is a very uncomfortable position to be in. Lemaire very flexible here. He's been in tight spots a couple of times with his arms being cranked across his body. And we're back into a near fall position. 8 seconds left. Going to be tough to get a pin here, but the referee is holding 4 more swipes. And the period will end with 4 more near fall for Brady Hunter, senior out of Jesuit. That brings the score to 11-0 at the end of the second. Referees will have a conference.
Hunter definitely spotting some weight here. His bout sheet has him listed at 132, and this is the 138-pound weight class.
Yeah, and he looks smaller. He chooses top, though. Like I was discussing, he's funky. He likes to throw those boots in. He gives you kind of odd pressures on top, and it's kind of like having a wet blanket on top of you. First motion by Lemaire, inside stand-up, easily broken down by Hunter, though, who's right back onto that left side wrist. Tight waist half for Hunter. He slips in the right side boot. He's got a left-sided power half here. Got Lemaire on his stomach. He's almost got him turned again. Boy, this hurts my shoulders just to look at for Lemaire. Hunter got him over the top here.
Jesuit
in that
needs
power
a fall.
Half. Jesuit
the team score.
Yep. All right, 4 more, and that'll be a 15-0 tech fall for Brady Hunter, senior from Jesuit, over Mark Lemaire, 10th grader from St. Paul's.
And that brings our team score to 19 St. Paul's, 9 Jesuit, as we enter the 144-pound weight class. 144-pound weight class sponsored by Vinny's.
There we go. Don't know what Vinny's is, but I'm glad they're a sponsor. And we've got here Tristan. Boy, I can't read that name. He's a 10th grader from St. Paul's, and we've got Jacob Powell, also a 10th grader. So a battle of sophomores here, very different body types. St. Paul's a little stockier, looks a little stronger. Jesuit lankier, taller.
Powell also bumping up a weight, some gamesmanship from Coach Aurelian.
As he is wont to do. Good shot from Jesuit here, stuffed by St. Paul's, though.
Oh, this is not Powell. This is Ben Pullen.
This is Ben Pullen. All right. We've had a last-minute substitution. So, still a battle of sophomores, though, even with the correct bout sheet here. Body lock for St. Paul's. He's behind the waist, trying to get him down, and he does for a 3-point takedown here. 45 seconds into the first period.
Yeah, as I understand it, I think both teams are seeing some sickness amongst their varsity teams. So
it is flu season. I know it's
more than a
few
underclassmen in this duel.
Yeah, that's all right. Good lumps, good experience. I remember being a sophomore and getting my tail whipped a few times in situations like this.
Absolutely.
Up to his feet is Jesuit. He's trying to control the wrist and get an escape, and he does. 3-1, St. Paul's up.
The proverbial get thrown to the wolves, as they say.
45 seconds left in the second period. We're in the neutral position. Pulling with some snaps, a couple of little fakes. No committed shot attempts here from either guy in this period, as a half shot is taken from Pullen and an easy go behind,
but he gets
nearly given up.
And we're off the mat.
He's got to be careful with that, because St. Paul's, being the shorter, stockier wrestler, is ready to stuff those shots and run behind. He's very close to a takedown there, but doesn't get it. Still 3-1, still neutral. 30 seconds left. Right-hand collar tie for Jesuit. St. Paul's trying to take off a Russian tie, or a 2-on-1 on that same side. Bails on it.
Both wrestlers here with a 4.0 GPA.
Boy, we have had some
dummies,
man,
as you said.
Another shot from outside from Pullen, nothing doing. Looks like he dinged the knee of the St. Paul's wrestler.
St. Paul's defers. That'll be Jesuit's choice. Jesuit taking bottom.
Jesuit getting set in the bottom man position. St. Paul's will cover. Pulling up in kind of a quad pod stand-up here. St. Paul's trying to stay heavy on that side, but Pullen's able to get up to his feet. No escape yet. Nice little trip attempt from St. Paul's. He's got to try to return, or he's going to get hit for stalling here. Nice. A nice little backstep trip. Those always make me nervous for the guy's knees, but when executed well, they look very pretty, like that one did. And
that and the standing Mason roll.
Yes, amen. St. Paul's has trapped the left arm of the Jesuit wrestler on bottom here. He's got his posture broken down. He's not on his belly, but he's head down on the mat. This is going to be tough to get an escape from, of course. St. Paul's really trying to run that left side. It looks like he's sunk in a bar arm. No surprises there.
Yeah, St. Paul's taking time, being patient.
He's got a minute to work with this bar arm. And boy, he's got Pullen's elbow halfway across his back here. That looks uncomfortable. And he's going to try to circle the other way.
Nothing yet.
Pullen in a rough spot here. I'm surprised he hasn't gone to his back yet. Great fight from the young man. Very patient from the St. Paul's wrestler on top here. He's slowly constricting, trying to get Pullen to come over. Oh, man, he's close. Pullen staying at that 90-degree angle. Not quite giving up swipes, but he is close. 20 seconds left. This is a vicious position to be in. St. Paul's needs to circle the other way. There he goes. He circled the correct way now. He's got Pullen on his back.
Now we're getting swipes.
He's going to get a full deck of swipes there.
Ref holding a 4 count.
Pullen is really fighting. He's close to giving up a fall with 2 seconds left. Let's see if he survives, and he does.
And great fight from the Jesuit sophomore.
Great fight from the Jesuit sophomore. Better patience from the St. Paul sophomore. That was a senior move to not rush that.
All right, St. Paul's takes neutral.
All right, 7-1. St. Paul's in the lead here in the third period. Trying to go back to that Russian tie is St. Paul's. Pullen likes to be on the outside, likes to shoot from space. He's going to have to get some fakes going and get Tristan biting on them if he wants to get on any kind of penetration on these outside shots. And he's in shallow again, palm barely on the leg, but this is a tough spot for him against a stocky, stronger wrestler who's got him now in a front headlock, trying to run around. He's got a power half from the front side here, another shoulder breaker. Good
St.
Lord.
Paul's looking for that bonus. Takedown would give it a major.
And ref calls potentially dangerous. Pullen's elbow is behind his head there. I think Pullen's going to have some sore shoulders tomorrow.
No doubt.
Collar tie from Pullen.
Hand fighting not slowing down.
No, these guys both look to be in good shape. Kind of a funky little trip attempt there from Pullen, and it allows him to get into a head inside single on the right-hand side.
And he loses it.
Doesn't cut the angle fast enough and give St. Paul's time to recover and square up here, and he's back.
And that'll be 3 for St. Paul's.
Easy go behind there. 10-1, the major is secured.
And St. Paul's,
has him on his back again
that
here.
That is a lethal position.
Yeah, if Pullen doesn't give up a fall here, I'm going to say that's an accomplishment because this is about as tight as it gets. "30 seconds. That's an awful long time to be stuck in this position.
Yeah, and Tristan from St. Paul's, no sooner after getting the major, says, you know what, I'm going to go for that fall.
And he's darn close.
Getting bonus for his team.
He is darn close. This looks like a contortionist position. And Pullen might be able to survive here.
10 seconds left.
10 seconds.
It won't quite be a tech, but great job by the St. Paul sophomore.
Well done, well done. Very powerful match from him. Final score here, 14-1. St. Paul's. Tristan, the 10th grader, wins the match.
And that'll bring our team score to 23 St. Paul's, 9 Jesuit, as we move into the 150-pound weight class. And your 150-pound weight class is sponsored by Parish Construction and Roofing. Parish is your trusted partner for roofing, construction, restoration, and waterproofing homes and offices in Greater Baton Rouge and New Orleans areas.
So we have William Mismo from St. Paul's. He's a senior.
Versus Jesuit's Zach Sands. Sands bumping up a weight.
Sands is a junior, so 2 upperclassmen here. And you can see the physical difference in these upperclassmen versus the sophomores who just wrestled.
Yeah, Sands also a dual sport athlete, plays soccer as well.
He's got Jesuit in a bundle position in the front here. This is dangerous. Good job from Sands to clear that position. Mismo had him in danger there for a second. Good reshot off a fake. He's in a crackdown position, rolls through, staying on the leg. He switches legs, actually. He's on the left leg of Mismo now. He needs to hook that ankle. Mismo, very crafty, using his feet to try to break the lock there. Sands staying on that bottom leg, that left leg of Mismo. He's got to find a way to hook it.
Great grip on that foot. And
he's coming out the back door, and that's 3 points for Sands in a nifty little scramble there. He is high. He's trying to take Mismo back here. Mismo's shelving his leg up high. Sands needs to be careful. He's going to his own back here.
40 seconds left in the
first.
first.
Needs to find a way to settle his hips back down. He's using his left foot to hook under the shin.
He's definitely riding kind of high. And
Mismo, wise to it, rolls through, but allows Sands to reset the position here. Sands now comfortably with that right boot in on top. Still a little higher than you'd like to see, but he throws in the far side boot, and now he's much more stable here. He gets Mismo down to his stomach. Looking for a 3/4 Nelson. He's got the elbow behind the head here with that left side Nelson.
And that is a deep half.
10 seconds, though. Going to be tough to work him over here. It doesn't look like Mismo's got much quit in him. And he rolls through, nothing doing.
Solid ride from Sands.
All right, first period ends 3-0. Zach Sands from Jesuit. Fun period there. Mismo chooses neutral in the second period here. Great high crotch on the right side from Sands. Doesn't finish quickly, though. We're back in a crackback.
And he'll come under it.
But he gives up his back to Mismo, who secures a takedown here.
But we may have a reversal shortly. No?
So Sands kind of shot through that position and ended up giving his back to Mismo, who kind of fell into a takedown there. We're tied 3-3, 30 seconds down in the second period. Sands coming up to his feet. He's holding on to Mismo's leg. Needs to be careful for potentially dangerous. Mismo sits him back. They're back in the referee's position. Sands trying to circle hard to the right. Can't get through it. Mismo riding on the left-hand side of Sands. Now he hops to the right-hand side. He's got the left wrist secured underneath the belly of Sands, does Mismo.
Sands slowing down a little bit.
It does appear that way. Sands hipping down hard on the right side, trying to keep that wrist from being taken over.
Mismo looking for that Torella.
He sure is. He's got the ball and chain through the legs there of Sands. He's going to try to roll through. He needs to hook the near side leg if he wants to roll through like that. He comes back. thinks better of it. He's going to try to pull him into himself now. But again, Sands kind of wise to it. But Sands leaves his arm hanging, and Mismo just says, I'll take that. Put you right on your back. Giving up swipes is Sands.
Sands looking to roll through.
All
that
right.
could have been a reversal right there.
I thought so as well. So 2 points near fall given to St. Paul's. 1 point escape to Jesuit. So we're 5-4 St. Paul's here.
And Sands right back on that leg.
Head inside single on the right-hand side, the left leg of Mismo. He's struggling for the angle, trying to come up in a low lift finish. 10-second short time.
Both crowds getting loud as this is a pretty close match so far.
Nothing doing, no points. 3, 2, 1.
And that'll be it.
Period.
For the second period.
5-4. St. Paul's up narrowly here, going into the third period. Jesuit has choice.
And Coach Aurelian telling Sands to go down.
Sands will take the bottom man position.
So an escape here from Jesuit will tie it.
Yep. Good first motion there from Sands. He's up on his feet, fighting wrists. Mismo taking him to the edge.
And
Sands
there
circles
you go,
in.
a tied match.
1 point escape for Sands, 5-5.
Sands has had success getting in on that leg.
That right side high crotch has been good, but he's got to be cleaner on the finish here. Both guys still with a lot of pep in their step. I don't think conditioning is going to be a big factor in this one. Shot from the outside for Mismo. Kind of stuns Sands for a second there, who gets kind of flattened out just from the sheer force of the shot.
And Sands needs to get off of his stomach. As he comes up,
he's building
Mismo
up.
looking to come around.
His head is buried. Mismo has him in a front headlock. Deep right side underhook, tries to throw him by. Nothing doing. Back up to their feet. Sands shoots him out of bounds. Shoots him out of bounds there. If he can keep that up, he might be able to get a stall call. Would need 2 of them to get a point here. I think that's pretty unlikely given the level of action we've seen in this match.
Yeah,
Mismo
definitely.
backing up off the whistle, but takes a nice little low single. Gives up an easy takedown. Straight to his back. 5-point move. Looking for the fall as Sands
erupts.
1 minute left. Sands just needs to settle in here.
And
hold him there.
Big for Jesuit. There
and
is
he
a
gets
fall.
the fall. Wow, did not see that coming.
Yeah, that was definitely a surprise.
55 seconds left in the match. Sands secures the fall after whipping over Mismo of St. Paul's. 6 points to Jesuit for that one. Great match. Very exciting.
And that'll bring the team score 23 St. Paul's to 15 Jesuit as we go into the 157-pound weight class. The 157-pound weight class is sponsored by Gentili Vision Source, the best doctors in sight. Go see Dr. Clemanicus and his family-friendly staff for all your eye care needs. All right, so from St. Paul's, we have Oliver Scarpelli, a sophomore, and then senior Chris Stricker from Jesuit. I remember Scarpelli from the junior high, from his junior high year, and I just remember him coming out as an absolute hammer, a very matured and well-developed 8th grader, now a sophomore.
And he gets an early takedown on the senior from Jesuit here. Chris Stricker, though,
Chris Stricker, though, returns the attack.
And a reshot, great job there from Scarpelli. Stricker, though, wise to it in the kind of a scoot position, crackback roll through.
And I think we have the makings of another good match here, it looks like.
It appears so. Another roll through here. Stricker has a motor for days. He's a real long, rangy type, but he wrestles like a stockier guy, in my opinion. Lots of darting in and out.
So Chris Stricker, 6th place at 144 at state last year. Scarpelli did not place but had a great season.
And we're in
a great freshman season, I'll add.
Kind of a 50-50 position here. Ref calls a stalemate. I think that is warranted. 3-1. The sophomore from St. Paul's up early. 48 seconds left in the first period.
And 2 physical guys here.
Yeah, Stricker relies on a lot of motion, a lot of kind of polish to the face, lateral movement. Scarpelli with a slide-by attempt there, nothing doing.
Stricker in on the leg.
Good, right side head inside single from Stricker, and he's going to finish that one. Gets a 3-point takedown, but Scarpelli kind of dives under for a leg. He's got to be careful he doesn't give up back points here. I don't know if he knows that the takedown's been awarded. Stricker claw over the top,
and now Jesuit scoring near fall.
Yeah, I don't think Scarpelli knew he was taken down there. I think he was trying to funk and fight for a takedown that had already been given. Perhaps a little mental lapse from the underclassman there, but good fight anyway. That period will end.
No near fall there.
No near fall. 4-3. The senior from Jesuit with a narrow lead.
All right,
Great
both
match.
wrestlers with a takedown. Scarpelli choosing bottom.
And Stricker's pretty tough on top. Let's see how Scarpelli does off the bottom. Stricker throwing that right side boot in. Scarpelli's caught it, though. He's caught it, and he's bringing it up. Stricker got to keep his hips down, and he does, and Scarpelli stays on that
Jesuit
leg.
will score near fall here. Jesuit needing the fall, the bonus.
He's got Scarpelli on his back. He's got to get perpendicular to him here or switch hands. There we go.
And that'll be a 6-point fall for Jesuit.
Makes a liar out of me. He didn't need to do anything but stay where he was, and he does secure the fall there. That's 6 more points to Jesuit.
And the team score getting close now. Jesuit coming back in the middle weights with the team score 23 St. Paul's, 21 Jesuit. An excellent performance by Jesuit senior Chris Stricker.
So despite giving up a fall there, Scarpelli, really, he's got some great stuff to work with there. Just a couple little mental lapses, and he's right back in that match.
Yeah, if you're St. Paul's coach, Pat Ritchie, I know you're excited about having Scarpelli for another couple years.
And now we're up at 165.
The 165-pound weight class is sponsored by Amplified Realty Group. Amplified is a real estate brokerage located in Metairie, but also services areas such as the West Bank, Baton Rouge, and the North Shore. Whether buying or selling your home or commercial property, give Amplified Realty a call.
All right. We've got Eli Olfers, a 10th grader from St. Paul's here. And looks like Charlie Montgomery, also a 10th grader from Jesuit. Olfers from a long line of St. Paul's wrestlers. If you know wrestling in this state, you know the Olfers name.
Yeah, definitely. We have some household names from both teams today.
Yes, indeed. The Dupre clan and the Olfer clan. So an early takedown was attained there by Olfers. An escape from Montgomery brings the score to 3-1. Montgomery's in on a leg here, looking to maybe come up in a low lift, but Olfers doing a good job stuffing it, but he falls off the side to his hip and gives up a takedown.
And Jesuit will have the takedown.
4-3. Montgomery is now in the lead. 1 minute left. He's got Olfers broken down flat on the side, on the edge of the mat near the score table there. Olfers building his base. Good changeover, but Montgomery able to follow. Montgomery's riding a little higher than you like to see here. Not giving much hip pressure. Let's see if Olfers can capitalize on it.
Oh, and Olfers with the roll.
He goes for the fat man roll and gets it. No reversal given, but the referee elects to give an escape. I think that's a fair call there on the edge.
The jelly roll is the polite way of saying that.
Scrub roll, fat man roll, jelly roll. It's a roll no matter how you cut it. 4-4 here. 30 seconds left in the first period. Has been a fun one.
Aggressive hand fighting.
2 underclassmen here battling. Montgomery in on a right-sided high crotch. He's switching off to a double. Olfers gets his leg back, but immediately switches.
Olfers
into a scramble.
Will be taken down there.
Montgomery powers through for another takedown. 10 seconds remaining in the first period. He's up 7-4. We've got the makings of a barn burner on our hands here.
Coach Aurelian telling Montgomery not to let up.
3, 2, 1, and that is the end of the first period. 7-4. Jesuit is up. Jesuit defers.
And St. Paul's will take down. Take bottom.
Olfers getting set on bottom here.
It's not often you have a sophomore v. sophomore matchup at an upper weight.
Wow, great switch. Quick reversal there for Olfers. Montgomery didn't know what hit him. He's on his belly now. 7-6 the score. Jesuit still with a 1-point lead. Let's see if Olfers tries to ride or if he cuts him.
Montgomery needing to get his hands in front. Olfers controlling those wrists.
Yeah, Olfers has got good pressure. He's parallel riding, but he's got Montgomery flat on his belly. He's got an inside wrist on the right side. Looks like he's trying to sneak a boot in. Montgomery kind of seals off his right side there, doesn't let it happen. He's back up to his base here. Right side boot able to slip in for Olfers, and let's see how Montgomery deals with a leg ride on top. Power half on the left-hand side for Olfers here.
Olfers looking comfortable in that ride, I'll say.
He's a little high, though. Falls off the top. I take it back. Reversal again, this time for Montgomery. 9-6. Jesuit in the lead. This has been a back-and-forth match.
Absolutely.
This is the kind of match you like to see from underclassmen, though. They're both getting after it. They're both taking risks, taking chances, making mistakes, but capitalizing on each other's mistakes.
Both sophomores looking to score points for their team.
Parallel ride here from Montgomery on top. Olfers head off the mat, but elbows down. He tries again for that jelly roll.
He'll get one for there.
Gets another one. Well done there. 9-7, Jesuit in the lead.
30 seconds to go.
Second period.
Jesuit will have choice in the third.
High crotch attempt down into a front headlock. Jesuit's got the front headlock. Olfers trying to shoot
Jesuit
through.
will get another takedown.
I don't know if Olfers caught a knee to the face or something there, but he kind of stopped his motion in the middle of that shot. Now he's just laying with his head on the mat. No injury time being called, though. He doesn't look like he's looking for it. Guess he just got overwhelmed here.
Yeah, Olfers is definitely looking for a new period in 4 seconds. Montgomery looking to stab a half. That'll do it.
All right, third period, 12-7. Montgomery from Jesuit in the lead, but this match is anyone's
Montgomery
match.
chooses neutral. Thinking we'll see another takedown here.
2 minutes on the clock. Guys getting set up on the line.
Jesuit with a 5-point lead.
Another right side high crotch, right-handed high crotch attempt, I should say, for Olfers. He's in on this one. Not very deep. Let's see if he can power through, though.
And a takedown here would get a major to Jesuit.
Draping over the top is Montgomery. Olfers is going to give it up.
Is 3. Jesuit with the major currently.
15-7, up by 8. 8 points or more makes a major
Coach Aurelian
differential.
telling Charlie Montgomery to cut Olfers.
He knows that the threat of a reversal and a turn is
Olfers definitely appears to be a good mat wrestler. Montgomery has had takedowns, though, all match.
Montgomery cuts him. It's 15-7, 15-8 now. He'll need another takedown to get back into that major territory.
He needs to stay clean. That wasn't his best shot there.
Olfers looks like he's tired.
Yeah, Charlie Montgomery not slowing down, going back to work, and Olfers in on the shot.
Stuffed by Montgomery, though, but rebuilding into it is Olfers. Let's see if he's got enough in the tank.
Montgomery needs to get that leg free and go around.
Still into the go-behind position,
be another 3.
And Montgomery secures the 3.
With a 10-point lead.
10 points now. Let's see what Coach Aurelian directs him to do here. Content to ride for now. 35 seconds left in the third period, excuse me.
Yeah, good pressure. Olfers kind of on his stomach here, looking to build. He gets a knee up.
Yeah, and I had the, I'll call it the displeasure of wrestling with Charlie Montgomery a little bit this offseason, and despite being a little green, he's a dog. He gets after it. Lots of hand fighting, good motor.
A match that started out close, kind of ended in Jesuit's favor. Jesuit with the major. That will give Jesuit the lead in this dual meet.
All right, 18-8 final score here. Jesuit secures the major decision. That'll add 4 points to their team score and bring the grand total to
25 Jesuit, 23 St. Paul's. Jesuit with the first lead of the match.
Jesuit edges ahead. That was a fun one, guys.
All right, so now at our 175-pound weight class, we will have senior Sean Timler versus sophomore Owen Pierre. The 175-pound weight class is sponsored by Stan Cottonman Law Firm. Stan has been recovering commercial and consumer debt for more than 25 years. For a free consultation, call 504-456-1491 or visit cottonmanlaw.com.
All right, so very clear difference in physical development here. This is a sophomore who's not scared, though. Takes a
first
nice
match of the year for this sophomore, it looks like.
All right. The senior from Jesuit in on the leg, lifts up the sophomore from St. Paul's, who's forced to bail.
And Jesuit will go right into looking for a fall as Sean Timler keeps those legs split.
Yeah, he's got a Turk if he wants it here. The sophomore from St. Paul's is doing a good job kind of getting back to his belly. I love the way he came out with that big shot right away. Timler still has that Turk on the bottom leg.
Yeah, Jesuit coach Matt Furman screaming to keep that Turk.
It'd be helpful for him if he reached back. Doesn't look like he's going to need it, though.
And there'll be some swipes here.
Pierce is unfortunately forced to go to his back here with the pressure that Timler is applying. Doing a good job fighting. Crossface, heavy crossface, still has that bottom leg Turk, does Timler, although it's getting shallower. He's re-secured it here.
44 seconds left in the first period.
Real deep crossface here.
Plenty of time for Jesuit to keep getting near fall.
And Pierce has almost gotten himself out of the danger position. He's got to watch he doesn't get elbow bundled here, though. And he will. He's put on his back. This is a tough spot. 25 seconds to work for the senior. The sophomore doing the best he can. That's going to be...
Doing a good job fighting, getting overpowered, though.
Going to be very close to a fall here. 10 seconds. Boy, what a testament to this sophomore if he's able to not give up the fall here. And he does.
And that will increase Jesuit's lead as we now have a 31-23 dual meet.
Yeah, like I said, I really like what I saw out of that sophomore there. Coming out guns blazing, not scared to take a good shot on a senior there. Clearly undersized for the weight class, still developing as a young man. There's a lot to work with there. He'll be back.
All right, moving on to our 190-pound weight class. We have senior Quinn Anderson versus senior Caleb Shardle, and this is a match of two very seasoned wrestlers.
Amen.
Shardle, a state runner-up last year, classic runner-up as well. Quinn, a returning starter from Jesuit.
Nice shot, high crush, right hand from Shardle. Quinn over the top, kind of draping the legs over. Shardle's wise to it, though.
Shardle comes out. Shardle will have takedown.
Takedown. 3 points for the St. Paul's state finalist, Shardle here. And boy, is he built like a brick house. Good grief.
The 190-pound weight class is sponsored by Mandy Simoneau, CPA, and Arcement Red Gardner Benoit, LLC. For over 35 years, ARGB has been providing a quality tax and accounting services to more in-depth services such as audits, financial statements, and financial planning. Visit their website at argb.cpa.
So Shardle is in that bar arm. Again, no surprise. He actually had a hammer lock at first, just used that to secure the bar on the left arm of Anderson here. He's looking to walk it out. It's going to be tough for Anderson to fight that one. And he's on his back here.
And that is a wrenching right there.
He's in deep danger here. 45 seconds to work off his back
Shardle
here.
with both arms.
That's a long time to survive with a seasoned and great wrestler in Shardle. Let's see if he can do it. He's trying to get back. Shardle's not letting him.
Yeah, and Fitz, you know that's tight.
That walk over there. But he's able to get off his back here and get back to the referee's position. 4 points given by the referee.
Anderson in back on a leg.
He's got to get to the angle here. Shardle kind of crushing him with his hips, and you can just tell by looking at him. Shardle's hips look like they probably weigh about 1,000 pounds.
Caleb Shardle does not miss the weight room at St. Paul's.
No, leg day every day, it appears. 7-0. Shardle's up. 5 seconds left in the first period. All right, that's how the period will end. Second period coming right up. Jesuit's choice here. Anderson will choose bottom. Shardle will cover on top on Anderson's left-hand side. Anderson trying to keep his base, but Shardle's really able to just kind of
Shardle pressured him back down.
Just a parallel ride here. He does have that right inside wrist secured. He's going to try to put that on Anderson's back like a hammer lock. Anderson wiser to it this second time around. He got it the first time, but Shardle's trying to scoop on the left side now. He remains on Anderson's left side. There we go. Anderson builds back up to a base, but Chartle just hops sides on him, secures the wrist. He's got Anderson's right wrist tucked under his stomach now.
And with 2 matches left to go after this, St. Paul's looking for bonus in this match.
And Anderson gets an escape, but he's not ready for the reshot.
Oh, but
Chartle
looking for the
allows
scoot
him to kind of find an angle here. Saves himself from giving up an easy
Anderson
takedown
in a
to
scoot.
Chartle. Chartle's keeping his head under Anderson's knee there. He knows that if he lets Anderson slip his shoulder, he's going to be in a much better position in this scoot position. So stalemate called.
Right there.
Stalemate warranted. I agree.
Yeah, good call there by referee John Venetia.
Neutral position here. 50 seconds left in the second period. Anderson with a kind of
half-hearted
another takedown
for Chartle.
Chartle runs right around it. 3-point takedown. 10-1 lead for Chartle here. Back to the parallel ride, trying to trap wrists. Let's see if Anderson can get another escape before the period ends here. 20 seconds. He's building a base slowly. Chartle's got his left wrist across his body. Prime territory for a tilt.
Chartle
here.
not stopping with 10 seconds left in this period.
Yeah, his pressure on the hips there seems immense.
Looking to get some momentum back for the Wolves.
All right, period ends. 10-1, Chartle in the lead.
Chartle choosing bottom. So an escape and a takedown right here from Chartle wouldn't quite give a tech.
Anderson up with the leg. He's got to be careful he doesn't get called for stalling here. He's trying to return, though, with that high leg finish, a little cross trip.
Pulling him back in.
And a stall warning
there you
given.
will be warned.
He shoots Chartle out of bounds. Wish he would have done that a couple seconds earlier to avoid that stall call. Tough decision here whether he tries to stay committed to the ride, potentially giving up another stall point. Or a stall point with another stalling call versus just giving up the escape. Let's see what he does. Nice sit out from Chartle there.
One for St. Paul's.
One for St. Paul's. Anderson with another half-hearted shot. Chartle runs right around it.
All right, so now St. Paul's with the 13-point lead.
You got to think tech here if you're Chartle.
Yeah, the possibility of him cutting Anderson and going for another takedown. But no, he says, I'm going to do this on the mat.
And he's got Anderson on his back.
Looking for that fall. He doesn't want that tech.
Right on the edge of the mat here by the Jesuit bench. Not what they like to see. Anderson gets off his back, though.
Yeah, that senior
That's
does not go so
points,
gently.
That will be a technical fall for Caleb Chartle, state finalist from St. Paul's. Great performance from that young man.
And that'll bring our team score to 31 Jesuit, 28 St. Paul's.
We got ourselves a race here.
All right, so this is anybody's duel meet at this point. Jesuit, Connor Vargas, senior, and St. Paul's, John Martinez for the 215-pound weight class. Two seniors. The 215-pound weight class is sponsored by Lamarck Automotive Complex in Kenner. Lamarck Ford, the #1 Ford dealer in the Metro New Orleans market. There must be a reason. Visit their website, lamarck.com, or call them at 504-443-2500.
All right, so Martinez with a good slide by and a big return straight to his back is Vargas. 5-point move. No, make that a 7-point move there for the senior from St. Paul's. He had a nice slide by and a big lift and return straight to Vargas's back.
Jesuit building up.
Let's see what Vargas can do here. He's got to get an escape and try to get some of his own offense going, of course.
And with a big move like that to start the match, I'm going to say we have ourselves another interesting match.
Oh, gets an escape there. Let's see if he can
Wrestlers
claw back.
on their feet again. St. Paul's looking to score with the attack immediately.
So Vargas has got to be careful with his forward pressure here. That's what led into that nice slide by Martinez right in the beginning. when he's given that pressure, he's got to give it laterally and not just in a straight line, or he opens himself up for little slide-bys and shucks like Martinez was able to hit. We're in an over-under position here, although neither guy has it locked very deep. Vargas has head position. Martinez doing a lot more work on the feet here, though.
Attacking all angles.
He's the stockier guy, and he's having a good time getting underneath Vargas here. Nice. No points, but a nice little wrist snap there from Martinez. Vargas again plowing in.
Vargas with a championship at the Warrior Open last weekend.
All right. Charging again. Boy, it makes me nervous when he comes straight in like that. This Martinez guy is crafty. Period ends 7-1 in favor of the St. Paul senior, John Martinez, who chooses neutral to begin the second period.
Connor Vargas, also a rugby player for the Jays.
Whoa, almost gives up a throw there, does Vargas, but Martinez exposes his own back but gets run out of bounds before any points can be scored. Plowing in. Yeah. There's that slide by again. Vargas has got to wise up to that.
So if you're new to the sport of wrestling, this is a classic hand fight you'll see at this weight.
Lots of collar ties, lots of underhooks. Martinez with a lot of attempts here, you know, he's trying. Shot from outside, easily stuffed by Vargas, but Martinez is a dog. He's got a second effort. Gets back up to his feet,
and
though,
now we're in tie
looking
again.
through.
Vargas pushing him out of bounds.
Again, Vargas coming and plowing straight in. I have a bad feeling that's going to end in a throw for Martinez here, one of these encounters.
Martinez with the wrist control right there.
1 minute left in the second period. Still 7-1.
Martinez with the underhook.
Vargas has got to use that overhook there to prevent him from getting whipped over. Way too content to let Martinez just hang out in that left side underhook. Martinez is going to be
Jesuit needs to start looking for their offense. Down 7-1, 30 seconds left in the second period, halfway through the match.
.30 seconds in the second period here. Slide by again. Forward pressure from Vargas.
And no shortage of pressure here, Fitz, for these seniors, as this dual meet is very close and with only one match to go after this.
Slide by again for Martinez. Vargas is kind of wised up to it, though. He feels
heavy
it coming.
Collar
He's able
from
to
Martinez there.
Able to square his hips, but yeah, some heavy collar ties from Martinez, who's done more work in this match, and the score reflects that.
All right, so we'll go into the third period. Jesuit taking bottom.
Now Vargas needs something big to happen here if he's going to dig out of this hole. Not much motion off the whistle there. He's quad pod
and Martinez will let him up.
There we go. Martinez says, I'll just cut you, thanks.
Vargas looking for work.
7-2 the score here. Up 5 points is the senior from St. Paul's.
Vargas with the 2-on-1, which he loses.
Oh, looking headlock maybe here. He's got a head and arm. I don't know that I would try that against somebody who seems to be the superior thrower. And he doesn't. Backs out of the tie. Martinez with the collar tie, right side. Vargas making some more half shots.
Go out of bounds again right there.
Wish we would have seen this earlier here from the senior from Jesuit. Martinez holding position. Reset in the middle here. Right hand collar. Vargas, another half shot. Left hand underhook from Martinez. Tried to snap down to a front headlock. Vargas sucks his head out.
And with a minute left to go in this match, neither wrestler slowing down.
No, gas tanks look good. If anything, the pace is picking up here because now Vargas is doing some work of his own. Martinez on a 2-on-1. Good snap out of it from Vargas, who gets driven out of bounds.
So a win here for the Wolves would tie the score, make for an interesting heavyweight match. 40 seconds to go. Vargas needs a big move.
Yes, he does.
Or a quick pair of takedowns.
30 seconds left. I think multiple takedowns is out of the question here.
Definitely. Especially from some 215-pounders.
Yeah, he needs to go for broke.
If you're going to do it, this is where you do it.
All right. Yeah, Vargas really needs to go for broke. Even if he gives up another score here, it's not going to matter because the next match will probably determine who wins. Nice ankle pick attempt from Martinez, who blows through Vargas out of bounds, but no takedown. 1 second left. Restart in the middle, purely a formality at this point. And St. Paul's will win the decision at 215 pounds.
And that will bring us to a tied dual meet going into the last match of the day.
You love to see it. Pressure's on for the heavyweights here.
What an exciting dual meet this early in the season. The 285-pound weight class is sponsored by the Notary Shop and Lenoska family. Speaking of heavyweights, the Notary Shop has 5 locations through the greater New Orleans area. Why wait in line at the DMV when you can be in and out at Notary Shop?
So 2 seniors here, Aiden McGee from St. Paul's and Conrad Smith from Jesuit.
Another senior matchup.
Over-under position. Looks to be a classic heavyweight match out of the gate here. Lots of pummeling.
The winner of this going to be a hero for their school.
Front headlock attempt from Smith.
And a shot from Smith.
A shot from Smith has McGee on his hip.
Don't always see that at heavyweight.
He needs to get his arms out and secure the takedown before McGee's able to drag him out of bounds.
And he needs to know where he is as well. And that'll be 3 for the Jays.
3-point takedown given by the referee before the hips were really covered. Jesuit fans have got to be happy with that one. Oh, McGee almost put himself in danger. Referee
will call
potentially
dangerous.
McGee's knee was getting tweaked there. I think that's a fine call. So 3-point takedown for Conrad Smith to open the first period.
And this is definitely a high-pressure match.
The Jesuit crowd, the student section's getting into it over there. Good breakdown from Smith, got McGee on his belly. Looks like he wants to run a power half here. No boots in, just got to be careful he doesn't get too high. From the parallel ride like this, it's going to be tough to turn hips as big as that, though. He's starting to get his head tucked,
and Conrad Smith looking for the fall.
Looking for the fall.
I wonder who he drilled with yesterday.
Jesuit.
There we go.
And the pin from the senior.
What a duel meet. What a match.
Secures the duel for the Blue Jays.
Conrad Smith will be the hero of the day there. Finals. As the Jays take the duel meet. Final score 34-31.
37-31, right?
37-31, my bad.
There we go. The teams are lining up to shake hands here. And that was a fun way to open the season, guys. Thank you for joining us today, and join Crescent City Sports and Crescent City Wrestling again on Saturday, December 6th for the finals of the Trigg/Sarah Invitational at Archbishop Rummel. In the meantime, visit CrescentCitySports.com and the Crescent City Wrestling Facebook and Instagram pages for the latest updates. Once again, your final score today, 37 Jesuit, 31 St. Paul's, in a barn burner of a dual meet. Despite both teams not having full starting lineups, we had a great time today, guys. We'll catch you next time.